Hello, I'm Lew Steiner, publisher of Atlantic City Weekly. Today we're here at Caesars in Atlantic City covering the Atlantic City Food and Wine Show. We'll be talking to the Neeleys and Guy Fieri.
I think in the last year, guys, we've just been trying to hold on to the reins and keep it going. And with the opening of the new restaurant, that's a new venture. I can't wait till the cookbook comes out. It just, you know what, our lives just keep getting better and better and better, and we're just embracing it and riding the wave.
Well, it's really been incredible. I mean, we finished season 11 with Down Home with the Neeleys. And as Gina alluded to, a few weeks ago, we opened up our first New York restaurant in Manhattan, Neeley's Barbecue Parlor. So we've been busy. We're keeping it busy and looking forward to our cookbook coming out this fall.
November 1.
We're located at 62nd and 1st in Upper East Manhattan, right on the corner. The old Merchants restaurant is now Neeley's Barbecue Parlor.
And how often do you have to go to New York now?
We were always there like forever, so why not bring our food there? I mean, that's really how the whole idea came about, because we were there and we wanted some of our cuisine there. And that building is just absolutely beautiful. I think when you go, you'll be pleasantly surprised. It's not a barbecue restaurant in the sense of you would think red and white tablecloths. It's the barbecue parlor. We want to give it a southern feel. You know, like in the parlor in older days, you kind of sat there and had tea and talked to your friends and hung out. So each room has its own special scenery. It has like a back porch. It has a pink room where the pigs are. You can draw the curtains, and it has like the old-fashioned chairs. I mean, it's very rich in wood grain and wrought iron. I mean, it has a beautiful southern feel. When you go there, you're not going to only get great food, but you're going to get a southern hospitality that you normally don't get in New York. But I was very glad to see that we were received very well. But people wanted the whole menu, but we kind of picked favorite things from the restaurant as well as things from the show to incorporate there. And the cocktails are amazing.
And of course, Gina and I are in New York 30, 40 times a year, so we got a little homesick, and this makes it feel like our second home. You know, we have so many crazy things that happen throughout the year. Gina and I can recall we did a live cooking demo, and I started the oil, and I got the oil too hot, and we were frying catfish. So we got off on one of our tangents, and we started talking, and we forgot about the oil. So finally I said, okay, now we're going to drop the catfish. Well, I dropped the catfish in like 500-degree oil. And so it's just smoking, and the fire marshal is coming in.
We're not going to burn your place down. We're not burning it down.
I said, so even Gina and Pat can screw up a meal every now and then. Yeah. But that was probably one of the craziest things. But we have a lot of crazy things, but we always turn it into fun, and we always try to enjoy ourselves.
You're very welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
If you really look at the baseline of what this whole thing's about, it's just about people. It's about people enjoying other people and being around people that they like, doing similar things that they like. Food is the common denominator of most people. I mean, I think of all people. Some people say, I don't like food. Well, you just haven't tried the right food. And people that don't eat the food that they want to eat, you just eat food in moderation, or try to, and exercise and so forth, that I think they're hurting themselves by not living their life to the fullest, because who knows what happens tomorrow. But this is about, this is a community meeting of food and wine. And different people carry different roles in it. But it is. You got the baseline stuff of cooking the food and hanging out and talking about it, and then the crazy stuff and the wild and the parties and that, and everything in between. Like I was just over at the home show or over at the houseware show, signing some of my knives from my knife line, and everybody's there and all the cool stuff. And it kills me because I want to go booth to booth to booth to booth and look at all the stuff, because that's what I'm into. But it creates a little bit of a havoc. So I dress up in a clown outfit. I think 2 years ago we were here, we did Triple D. We didn't do anything real close to AC, and we try. You know, it's a lot of it is just the awareness. You know, I have the research team that does a big investigation. We read all the letters and all the recommendations that come our way. But we didn't find anything right next door. I wanted to shoot the White House. That's one of my all-time favorite joints. Matter of fact, we are on our way to the White House as soon as we're done having our chit-chat with you folks. And the White House is if I want to add extra days to my visit just so I can add an extra day of going to the White House. And it's not just the food. The food's great. You know, it's sub-sandwich. It's the people, and it's the energy. I mean, when you walk up, the thing's got its own heartbeat. And all the guys there are so hysterical. They, we always end up. They don't want to take any tips, so we end up going down to the liquor store and bringing them a few cases of beer. There you go. Here's a good after work cocktail.
What do you get when you go there?
Everything. I get the Italian. Usually the Italian is my big one, but I have to get it huge, and I carry one back with me, and it sits in the room, and I eat it, and I walk by like someone have a bowl of peanuts. I'll have just a sandwich laying out, and I'll gnaw off the top of it. But my kids are big sandwich fans. I personally think this is the best Food Network Star series that they've had. I think it was so well produced and so handled, and so we DVR it. I don't watch a lot of TV. My kids, that's not our big gig, but we sit there as a family and watch it. My kids go, who they think is going to win, and I don't tell them what the story is, but try to give them a little insight, to what's available to them. Just because you didn't win doesn't mean the game's over. You are at the, you're in the top echelon of people in food that are recognized, and you got to do something with it. Take what Bob Tushman, Susie Fogelson, and Bobby Flay and Giada told you, and go apply that to your life, and maybe reapply. Who knows? Maybe you can come back on the show. You never know what comes about. But there's been a variety of players that haven't won the show but have had an opportunity in Food Network. So try to spend a little time with them, give them a little insight. Mark Summers was really the ambassador for me when I won. He was the guy that stuck his hand out and said, if you need some help, if you have questions, you give me a call. And I was very, with trepidation, I called him. I said, Mr. Summer, Mark, this is Guy. And he said, oh, great. So I'm really sorry to bother you. He says, you're not bothering me. And Mark was so instrumental in my career. So about having agents and attorneys and people and how to do it the right way. And that's what I try to tell these guys. Do it the right way. Don't squander the shot. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed, but don't squander the shot, and be respectful about what you got and work hard at what you got, and don't, because nobody, and this is the thing that hopefully everybody understands, just like you're all, the business you guys are in, you got to work your butts off. Nobody is just, it's not like, you just wake up. Rachel Ray and I were laughing about it yesterday because we've had these crazy hours for this new show. And I said, I know that people sometimes think that I just yeah, it's one. I'm going to get up and have a mochaccino and then go down to the pool. Then I'll maybe shoot an hour of Guy's Big Bite and then probably just go fly my helicopter over to Cuba. My smartest thing overall in my career has been the people I've surrounded myself with. I have fantastic managers, a very supportive family. I built my mom and dad a house right next door so my dad can be in my ear 24/7. Great friends, but a really great management team between Reed Strathern and Tom Nelson, who are my managers. One travels with me full time. We do business every day. We're doing business 24/7. So I'm not like going through something that I show back up in town and I've got a whole that's what used to happen. So I would say it was that. And I think probably if you ask that question really for just a baseline, listening to the people that have done it. Just waiting, just listening to what other people, the journey they've had. Don't go up that road, go that way, that kind of thing.